this kart. It's a good kart. Fuck that guy, though.
Hey everybody, it's Quinn here. Welcome back. Today we are here at CalSpeed for the CalSpeed Super Series Round 5. We are back on the Tecnico layout. We're doing all right so far today. We have had our practice session and our qualifying so far. We're actually not sure where we qualified because their timing app is not working. But we're about to go out for the first heat. Okay day today so far. We're not like on fantastic pace, but we're better than we were for sprint. So this track hasn't been the best for me historically, but I'm really hoping for a good result today. And let's go take a look at the heat. Here we are on the grid. We find ourselves in 14th position. We're going to push off with that launch control left foot. We get a good start, just barely don't make it around Ariel Rubio up ahead. And we're going to look for a position. We're going to try to come up the inside through the carousel here on this Valentino Rossi looking guy. That's actually a Roddy Bologna there. We're going to make one position up for 13th position. We got Paul Wagner on our right. He's holding us really defensive, and that's going to mean he's going to be able to pull off a switchback on us, gives us a little bit of a bump forward. We're going to tuck in behind the 20 there. So now we're up in 13th position. We're a net up 1 on our starting spot. We're going to start lap 2. We're right up behind Paul Wagner. We got the draft. We're going to make the move into turn 1. We're side by side. There's a ton of people up ahead, so we drop back out. And that is actually not going to be great for us. You can see Vince Azua there is fighting with Ariel Rubio. And then our good buddy Roddy Bologna sticks his nose right up our inside there. We got a bunch of guys on the outside, and we're back down into 14th. He's actually going to be able to slot through and hold on to the position, meaning we're going to have to just deal with 14th for a little while. We're going to skip back up ahead to lap 5, and this is the first part of the bad times of this race weekend, and it's all this guy's fault. The 47 driven by Brian Langone, definitely a stitch in my side this weekend, and he is going to he's going to cause me a lot of grief. So we're going side by side right here into this sweeper. He does not have it for us, so we're going to tuck in behind Vince Azua. We're going to go to the end of the lap. He's still right there behind us in that 47, and he's going to try to catch us. Now, he didn't quite have the pace for us, but every time we caught traffic and we didn't get through the traffic quickly enough, he would find himself on our rear, and he was making some interesting moves. You'll see soon. So we're side by side here. He's going to try to hold it through the carousel. We're right behind Vince. He's right behind Paul Wagner there, and we're going to make out better than he does. So we're going to stay in 14th position. We're going to tuck it on behind Vince. Up onto lap 6. Here was the first questionable move. So we're going to come to turn 4. I missed my braking point. We're going to go out wide. He holds me, not defensive, but literally off the racetrack. Will not let me rejoin the racetrack until I jump a curb that's not part of this layout. So we end up both very slow. I do a cutback on him, and we're both very slow. We just dropped way off of the group ahead, maybe 3 seconds down on the straight, and he did not end up getting ahead. So we're going to turn forward. We got Paul Wagner just up ahead of us. We're hopefully going to be able to reel him in. We got great pace on him coming through the bypass complex. And as we come onto the start-finish straight, you can see we've got the delta. I'm trying to be smooth. We're going to stick it up his inside here into turn 1, and we're going to make the corner. That's going to be 13th position. On lap 8, we've got 2 to go, so hopefully we can reel some more positions in before this race is over. We're going to turn that camera back around forwards as we exit the carousel and see if we can't jump ahead. This is lap 9. And now we've got 2 of our good buddies ahead of us. This is Andres Pareto here in the 53, and then Vince Azua, who is a friend of the channel, been on lots of races with us. Looks like Andres is having a bit of an issue here, so we're going to try to take it. We go up the inside through the Tecnico complex. We're going to take 12th. Now we need to set our sights on Vince. We got 1 lap left of this race. We're pretty much done with the 9th lap. And as we come on to this 10th lap, we're looking for it. We've reeled Vince in. We're right on his bumper. He doesn't know that we're right behind him, and that's going to help us out a lot here. So he's going to open up the entrance to the sweeper, and we're going to stick our nose in, jump over the curb, and that's going to mean we can take 11th position. He's going to try to fight it back for this last lap. He's not going to have it. We're going to come across the start-finish line 11th in this first heat, and that means we are going to be starting 11th in our second heat. Here we are, 11th on the grid. We have got the very fast Diego Alvarado starting right ahead of us in the 21 cart. We're going to get a decent start, not fantastic. Nobody's going to get up around us, but we're not going to get up around anybody either. Dennis Shakovsky in 54 looks like he's making up some ground, but we're going to hold 11th as we come through the carousel first lap. we have got a long way to go. It's a 10-lap race, and we are just in the opening stages now. I'm not super great into this hairpin, particularly on the first lap when I'm trying to get a feel for the kart, and we can see Dennis is going to capitalize on that there. He's going to make it through in the 54, and we're going to tuck into 12th. Hopefully we can settle in here. As we finish up lap 1, you can look up ahead, and they're just about 5 wide going into the bypass complex, so I'm starting to get some greedy thoughts about how I'm going to make out like a king from all of this commotion. And I try to set it up, we just don't have it. We run into the back of Dennis, and Carl Zoo absolutely blows by. He has the run that I wish I did, and we're actually going to gain only 1 position through all of that commotion, and we're barely going to gain it. We actually drop back. Sheng Wu's trying to go around the outside of us here. He's got some real decent skills, and he's really good at annoying the hell out of me with that think harder emote he does, kind of a taunt, I guess. So we're gonna tuck in behind Sheng. He's really fast, so maybe he can pull us along a little bit. In reality, we're gonna skip up ahead to the 4th lap, and you can see the 47 there. That's being driven by Jake Hood. He's gonna make an overtake attempt there into the hairpin. He's gonna take it. He's going to tuck right ahead of us, gives us a little hand signal, so we were actually struggling quite a bit for pace in this go-kart, so we're falling back from that group. We really were just moving backwards. It was about trying to manage what we could do. I was having a really hard time turning left, particularly through the carousel, so Tony Waika is going to come in and save us from the 45 overtaking us, and he's gonna push us up away from this guy, keep us out of his clutches. We're all the way up on lap 8 now, and Tony is looking for a move. He's been stuck behind me for about 2 full laps, so he's going to give me one last little push, but then he's going to try to take the inside of the Tecnico complex, and he's got it. He scoops right by and rushes up the hill. He had a ton of pace there. I was struggling a little bit through Tecnico as well because my seat insert was moving around a little bit. So we're going to finish that race in 16th on lap 10. Okay, so we had a bad kart in Heat 2 and some contact in Heat 1. Let's see what we can get out of this B-main. We don't get a fantastic start. We weren't on our rapid start game so much this weekend as we have been on other weekends. And we are looking ahead. We're already going to make a move on the 45. That's Ariel Rubio in that 45 there. And that's going to put us up into 15th. So we've made a little bit of progress, but I'm really looking forward. I would like to try to get an overall decent net result here. We're going side-by-side. Ariel is not going to make it easy for us. He's going around the outside there, and there's Brian Langone in the 48. He has definitely been our nemesis, and he is not a good omen to have behind. We managed to clear Ariel Rubio through the technical complex, and we're immediately back up on Dennis's bumper here. We're going to take a look behind because Brian Langone is going to go for a move. He sticks it up the inside into turn 4. We're side-by-side going through. I'm going to try to use all the exit here. But I get back on the track nice and early so he can't block me out. And as we come into bypass, I'm going to try to get him hanging down. He's going to give me a big shove. It shoves me off the line. Again, I lose 3 positions. I'm going to take matters into my own hands and shoot him with a death ray because he wasn't getting any penalties. So we're now all the way down in 20th position. We lost quite a lot of ground after that contact. And we're going to try to reel it back in. So we're up into 19th now there. Brian gets pushed out. That was some instant karma. Thank God for that. And we're up into 18th. We've got these two guys behind going side by side. Hopefully they can fight each other and stay out of my business. We just want to look ahead. We're on Tony Waika's bumper. I know he's quick. I'm hoping he can tow me up around Ariel Rubio and Joey Andrews up ahead. We just need to put our heads down and get with the program. As we come up the hill and exit the Tecnico complex, you can actually see we've got a kart turned around here, so we're going to get a freebie there and move up into 17th. This has been a pretty decent recovery lap. We're going to move up to lap 3. We're right there on Tony's bumper. It seems like I have got pace on Tony, but 32 behind has got other plans for us. That's Jake Hood again. He was another one of our rivals in this round. He wasn't a dirty driver, though. A lot of the contact we had with Jake was either our fault or clean. So we're going to sneak by Tony on the beginning of lap 5, and we're going to jump ahead again, I believe, up to lap 6, where we are coming through around Jake using the draft of Joey Andrews. So we're going to see if we can come through there, and we do. We move up into 15th. You can see Brian is 2 karts behind. And now we're looking at Joey. We have a good run up the hill. We're reeling him in a little bit. I'm pretty good through turn 4 going this direction, so we're going to try to gain a little bit on him there. We do. So we've reeled him in quite a bit now, and we're coming into bypass. I just have got to hook it up through bypass, get a decent exit. and we can drag him down the straight. So here we come around the exit. I'm closing. This is the 51 too. I know the 51 has a good motor. We're actually also going to overtake somebody who had a penalty there. I think that might have been Dennis. We're going to get around Joey. We're side by side as we come into turn 1, and we're going to turn this P14 into a P13. We got a big bump from Jake Hood in the rear, and he's going to sneak his way through. He's going to bring Brian Langone up on our left side. We're going to drag race 2x2 down the straight here, but we are going to make out the best out of this group. We're going to pull ahead of Jake as well as Joey, and hopefully we're going to be able to hook it up. We're on lap 7 of 12, so we're just over halfway through this race, and we are trying to look forward and move forward only from this point. If we can avoid any more silly contact, we're probably going to have a decent result. As you can see, we're pulling away a little bit there from Jake. He's going to reel us in by lap 9. You can see Brian and Joey have fallen back just a little bit. We've got Ariel Rubio just up ahead. As we come through the Tecnico complex, we're coming up the hill. It looks like I've got pace, and I've been thinking about this overtake for a little while because we've been reeling him in. So I'm going to try to set the move up. We're going to go in side by side. He was giving me a thumbs up, like, yeah, you're going to give me a push. I really should have given him a push because it looks like we're going to come in, and then Brian takes us 3 wide. He hits Ariel. Ariel hits me, and we drop back out. We lose another 3 positions. Another contact where we lose 3 positions in a row. It was really a brutal weekend for me. We get a little bit of contact with my buddy Dennis there, but I know there was no malice in it. So we're going to come through. We're side by side into turn 1. I can see Brian right there. I'm seeing red for Brian. I tell you what, I'm not at all thrilled about the way that this race has gone for the two of us. So we're trying to reel him in 15th position. We're on lap 10 of 12. We don't have a ton of time to try to make this result work. And I would love to gain some positions back. So now we've clearly got the run on him. Clearly got the run on Brian Langone. We're side by side. He's going to slam into us. Where did that come from? He comes across this track for a double bump before we turn into the corner. Just so frustrating. And then again, we get trained by 3 people. I have nothing to say. You watched it yourself. Just rewind and watch it again if you're confused. So now as we're coming into turn 4, I'm in 18th position. We have gone up and down quite a bit this weekend. We're coming into bypass. He's side by side, making a little bit of contact there through bypass. And as we come onto the start-finish straight, I'm hoping I've got the run. We do have the run. We're definitely going to have speed on him. So he's going to be trying to get around this guy, and I'm going to be trying to get around him. I don't typically like to do it, but we're going to take it 3 wide into turn 1. We're going to make that double overtake work. And he's going to come across this guy behind, throw his hand up like he's got something to say, and the 38 is going to get through. And now, from here, we are actually going to drive from here in 16 to the line. It was quite a hectic weekend, so make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed. I've got a couple of races where I perform a little bit better coming up soon. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next week.